Let's talk today about what we can do to lose fat, be fit, feel younger without resorting to counting to calories. I have personally lost over 30 pounds of fat and gained a little bit of muscle without counting calories. And so can you. I will give you 5 tips how to do this. Rather than counting calories, we will create strategy, improve our habits and concentrate on what and how we eat. We will adjust our lifestyle and create the lasting changes to produce the results that we desire. These tips will work whether you are omnivore, carnivore, vegan, woman, man or distinguished gentleman. They are basic tips towards better, healthier habits without resorting to crash diets. Without further ado, let's get into it. Tip number 1. Create strategy. When you drive to a new destination, would you leave the house without giving it any thought? If you have never driven from London to Birmingham, would you just sit down in a car and start driving? Well, maybe you could, but it could take a really long time to get to your destination, and perhaps you would never arrive. Perhaps it's smarter to follow GPS or map, so you are following a plan. Let's do the same thing with our weight loss. Let's say we will aim at sustainable weight loss of 1 to 2 pounds a week. This weight loss is challenging enough without losing any hard-earned muscle. With this weight loss in mind, let's divide the total amount of weight one wants to lose by average of 1.5 pounds per week, and we will have the desired length of our weight loss journey. As an example, if like me, you need to lose 30 pounds of fat, we will divide this weight by 1.5 pounds that we're losing per week. The total length of this journey will roughly be 20 weeks. Let's assume our journey will take some minor detours, particularly with Christmas and New Year coming. Let's assume we will extend this journey by a few weeks, perhaps to 24 or 30 weeks. So therefore around a half a year time. This may seem like a long time, but if you completely and permanently transform your body, it will be worth the time. Tip number 2, track your weight. Weigh yourself every morning after you visit the bathroom before you eat anything. Without tracking our calories, we need to know whether we are eating the right amount of food. We need to know we are making progress, yet we also need to know whether we are losing too much weight and sacrificing our muscles in the process. The reason I suggest you weigh yourself every day is because I know from my own experience my body can fluctuate as much by 3 kilograms or 6 pounds within one single week. For example, after a hard week of training, I could be 103 kilograms on Friday evening, but after a big meal and a cake, next morning I could be as much as 106 kilograms. So for simplicity of tracking something, let's compare the latest weight of your body from each week. This will give us a consistency. If we weigh ourselves perhaps only once a week, 1 week Monday, 1 week Friday, next week Sunday, we will have very inconsistent results and we will not know whether we're eating too much or too little, or whether we're making progress or not. And therefore it will be impossible to judge whether we need to cut any more food out of our plate or whether we can actually add some. Tip number 3. Manage your treat. It is important to remember that weight loss is as much mental game as it is physical. The more honest you are with yourself, the easier it will become to manage and overcome your challenging moments. We all have a weakness, whether it's a nice juicy burger, cake, crisps, some alcohol or all of them. As an example, I enjoy full fat, full sugar cakes and good size at that. So I aim to have these once a week to keep me happy and motivated, and I concentrate on healthy food the rest of the time. So I encourage you to think ahead and incorporate your treats in sensible qualities into your schedule, so they don't affect your nutritional strategy and keep you happy and motivated. Tip number 3. Prioritize protein. I guess I cannot count. Tip number 4. Prioritize protein. Protein contains essential amino acids and helps to repair and rebuild our muscles. Muscle is an organ that keeps us moving, and muscles improve our metabolic basal rate. Your muscles are essential for life and function. As we age, it is essential to protect our muscles, especially in low-calorie state. Protein also improves satiety, This means that protein will keep us fuller for longer. Protein cannot be directly stored as fat. Protein can be converted to glucose and stored eventually as fat, but body will do that only as of last resort. Therefore, protein is the key nutrient to staying lean and strong. Tip number 5. Prepare your food. I highly recommend you or your partner prepare your food as much as possible. This is the only way you will have full control of what goes onto your plate regarding quantity and quality of the food. You will have better control of your portion sizes, you will have better control of the amount of protein you eat, you will have better control of the amount of fiber you get from vegetables, fruits and grain. You will also be able to control the amount of cooking oil is used in your food, also the amount of added sugar. This way you will know that you're getting nutritious and healthy food every time you eat. Today, bonus tip. When you get to desired weight or shape, remember, it is time to maintain your shape, not revert to old bad habit. You really want to maintain your new shape and habits for few months before it becomes automatic for the body and becomes the new homeostasis, new normal point for your body. Many thanks for your time. See you next time.